Hey, guys! Guess what time it is? It's almost Christmas time. No, actually, it's only October the 1st, but it is the beginning of our 12 days of Christmas crafts with Rustic and Lace DIY, Miss Beautiful Brenda, and Miss Beautiful Jackie from Crafting and Mimi's World as our host this year. You guys check out their channels in the description box and the playlist link. Here is day one. Ornaments. Oh yeah. So my beautiful friend Heather at Spindle Mountain Mercantile, y'all go check her out if you have not, sent me this amazing Angel IOD mold. So I'm going to give this a try. If you've been around my channel, you saw me do my sunflower and it didn't come out too bad. So this, yeah, it turns out kind of disastrous, but then it's okay. It all turned out good. A craft project can never go wrong. You just fix it, right? So I'm going to use that DAW's clay, and I've got some cornstarch there because this is the very first time I've used this mold. So I kind of make a little wormy out of it, and once I get it squished in my hand and warmed it up and make a wormy, I put the skinnier end of the wormy down in the little taper part. These are the angel tapers. That's right. That's what they were. And I used this wooden rolling pin to kind of smush it and then realized, no, ding dong, you don't use the wood on the clay. You probably really need like a silicone rolling pin, but you know, I don't have that. So then I just decided to be good and I mushed it down. You mush, and then as you mush, you kind of press. And your IOD molds, if you're lucky enough to have these babies, I only have them because Heather sent them to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have these because I'm too cheap to buy them for myself. So I did get this scraper that I bought in like Dollar Tree with the baking stuff with like a cake, decorating bag and the tips. This was in that package too. I use it with my spackle stuff. You might have saw that when I made my coffin shelf the other day. Or maybe I deleted that. I don't know. Anyway, can't remember. It is what it is, right? So, anywho, so I used that, and that really leveled it off on the back. But come to find out later, I think I took too much of the clay out. Because I kind of forgot as clay dries, it kind of shrinks a little bit. Yeah, Yeah, we kind of have a little disaster with that later. So my plan is all three of these angel tapers are different in their own little ways. You might be able to tell from the picture here, but all three of them are different. So I get all those in there, and after I get these all in and mushed down and think they're all leveled and nice and pretty, my idea is to make 2 sets of these because we're going to make some ornaments with them. And I kind of want to put the ones, you know, I want to take 2 of the same taper and I want to put it back to back. So it's like the same on both sides. You won't have a flat side and then a design side. You're going to have the design on both sides. That was the plan. If you've been around long enough, you know this Hot Mess Express has a plan, and that plan always derails and goes off the tracks. But it'll be okay. Yes, it will. Because like I said, you can always fix it, redo it, do it over, start over. And yeah, anywho. So here we go. Let me calm down. I actually got kind of excited about this. Plus, it's like, 9 o'clock on a school night. I sound like a little kid. So then before you pop these out, you kind of loosen up around the edges a little bit. And then flip it over. And then you kind of roll it up, let gravity take control. Well, I think when I have some issues later, I think when I went to roll these out, that I pushed too hard and it flattened them a little bit, and it also stretched them a little bit. So they actually became kind of longer than they originally were. You might understand in a minute unless I deleted all that out. Anyway, so remember, I made 2 sets of these, okay? What I'm doing now is just kind of getting all the little extra and smoothing off the edges. And that's when I started thinking, let me make another set. Look at the details in these, guys. You guys, if you've had IOD, you know their details are like amazing. So there's my first 3. I'm going to make another 3. Did I leave this in? Please, Lord, tell me I didn't leave this in. So here we go. I'm telling you. Yep, we're going to make another 3 so that we have 2 and then I can put them back to back. That's what I'm saying here in sign language. So see, there you go. Now, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take them. I want to flip them over. And you can see I loosen it. and I'm going to take it and flip it over, and I'm going to pull them out, okay? And I'm going to let them dry overnight. I went ahead and casted them and pulled them out, and they dried overnight. Well, the next day when I go to come back, okay, we've got the same exact tapers, right? Yep, same exact mold. Ain't nothing changed here. But see how I'm having a hard time with this one? And you can kind of see I'm using my fingers, and you know I have no patience at all whatsoever, right? So I think what happened when I pulled this second set out, or it might have been the first set, but I'm thinking it was this set I goofed up on because once again, it was a school night, it was getting late, and this was a last second brainstorm idea. I had like finished and left the room and cleaned up and then thought, no, I want to do this. And I came back and I got everything back out and did it again. But you see how it kind of pulled as I was lifting up? And you see how the tapers kind of like curled, and now I'm trying to straighten them out. I think I was too rough getting them out of the mold, and I did not let gravity take control. They look okay. Some of the details are still there, but my first set did look better than the second set, and I think it's just because I got too rough getting them out of the mold. I pushed down too hard and then bended it back too far, and it stretched them. So, kabam, we let them dry overnight, right? They look pretty good, but watch what happens. So here's this one, right? I'm showing you the different kinds right now. So, and then there's this one, and then there's that one. So that's your 3 different ones, right? So what I'm doing, and then of course you have one break. So I already knew disaster was coming right here. So I've matched them up. Now, watch what happens. When I go, and the plan is to put them back to back, right? Yeah, there's a problem here. So when I line it up at the top, it's not lining up at the bottom. See how one's longer than the other? You can also see that the sides right there aren't lining up. If I line that part up, then the top doesn't line up. So one is shorter than the other. So much for that idea. Plus that broke. So, okay, so much for the back and the front. So I'm thinking, well, I'm surely not going to waste these, right? So I decided I'm going to keep one of each with a long, and then I had the one break off, and I decided to take the second set, and I'm just going to use my little X-Acto knife here. Probably not the right tool, but you know, you just grab what you grab, and you got what you got, right? And I'm going to just kind of cut some of the taper part off, the pointy end. And what I'll do, because remember, they're almost dry. They're still a tiny itty bitty witty bit flexible, but they're enough. I'm taking my sander here, and it's just a fine grit. It's probably like 400 grit. It's not very much at all. And I'm just kind of getting some of that extra dried on the edges that's rough. And then where I cut it, I smoothed that off. So that's what I'm doing right here. And I do that to all of them, even my ones with the tapers. And I was very careful. Nobody else broke. Eek! Spoiler alert. I had to tell you that. Okay. So, anywho's. And so I'm going to do that I'm going to keep one long with the taper, and I'm going to take the other one that is the same one. I'm going to make that one short. Okay. So we're going to have 3 shorties, and we're going to have 3 long tapers. Okay. All right. So, and I sanded everybody down. I cut them all. So see, I've got 3 little shorties. There we go. See, I just cut the taper part off and left all the pretty part. And then I've got my 3 with the tapers. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, which you probably don't now, so this was probably a bad spot to put that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and hit that hype. See this paint job? Yeah, you probably don't want to hype this, because this is, oh my Lanta. So I was so careful. I did the whole brown thing like I did my sunflower, and then used other colors, and this is a natural disaster right here. So here's disaster number 2. So this is the next like 4th night into this, so I'm running late already, right? I'm going to take ink, nautical, and crimson, and I'm going to paint the sets. There you go. Bam. Abracadabra, hokey pokey, right? I'm already happy with this. I'm like, wow, this looks better already, because that other I tried to be all fancy like I did with my sunflower, and that was not called for right here. Oh boy. Okay, so we got that done. Now I have this silver metallic by Folk Art, and then I have my white wax, which, correct me if I'm wrong, does not look white, but it is what it is. and Moose is going to help out. And believe me, I left a little clip in for y'all where he really helps me out later. I'm surprised he didn't stick his foot in the silver paint. Good thing I didn't put a lot on. And I've got my dauber. I'm taking my silver right now. And I'm just very, very lightly pouncing it on. Look at that. Look at the difference. Oh, that both was in ink by Waverly, and then I took the smaller ones I'm going to do with the silver metallic by Folk Art, and then the longer taper ones I'm taking the white, I'm doing quotes in the air right now, wax by Waverly. So I got that on there just using the old stenciling brushes from the Dollar Tree. I used dry paper towel to get some off. Still wasn't happy, so I used a wet wipe to get some off. And here you can kind of tell the difference between the silver and the wax. I'm digging the silver. Dig in it, okay? But I decided to go ahead and do all the little ones with the silver and do all the long taper ones with the white wax. So there's our three littles. I'm loving the silver on it. Oh my gosh. And just the colors before I even added anything. Whew, that other mess was bad. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, give me some emojis. I know there's a little emoji with a little halo. Give me an angel emoji, people. Give me the angel emoji. Then I remember my friend Kendra with Late Night Creations has these little makeup brushes. I went and bought these a long time ago because I saw her use them. And what I did was I was like, there's still too much white in a lot of those cracks. So I used it and rubbed it around and yes, this was looking better. Because then after I rubbed it around and got a lot of it out of those cracks, because it was too much in all those details. And then I used just a microfiber cloth from Dollar Tree. I think I bought those brushes at, I think I got them off Temu. Anyway, felt a lot better. Now, we're going to take some chiffon ribbon that my friend Kendra at Late Night Creations also uses. And I cut those ribbons about 7 inches. I got these little rolls of ribbon. It was like a 6-pack. I got that off Temu as well. And we're just going to use these. And I'm using hot glue to put them on the back. This probably was not the best idea to use hot glue. I mean, it's working. But you might want to use something more permanent, something else. I was just, like I said, this time I was in a hurry. Y'all are watching this tonight, and I'm doing this voiceover at 9 o'clock the night before because I literally just finished these guys, right? Yep, that's how we roll around here. But I'm going to put just that white chiffon ribbon on the back of everybody. And I just kind of looped it around, glued it on top, made sure that when it was hanging, because I hung it from my finger a little bit to make sure it didn't fall forward. So I made sure it was really stuck. Y'all don't need to see anything right here. I'm doing the same exact thing, but Mr. Man there, he decided he was going to come help. I was so afraid he was going to break something. Look at this little snot. Look at him. I literally have to take my stuff and move over to the side. Anyway, using my heat gun there. See that little paw come out? He enjoyed the heat gun, though. He felt good. He was like hair blowing in the wind. Anyway, once, I don't have to worry about the white wax ones, but my ones that I did with the silver, I will clear wax those, but I haven't had time yet. Just got to make sure you seal it. So here it is, guys. These came out so pretty. I know my mom's really going to love these blues, and she'll probably love the reds too. And maybe Ashton will like the blacks. I don't know. Maybe Maddie will like the black ones. I don't know. The black ones will go with my tree because I used my red and black buffalo plaid at Christmas. So the red ones will probably go too. But these came out so much better than I anticipated, even after all the disasters, even though we couldn't back in front of them. And yeah, I painted the backs, and they're also waxed on the back as well and clear coated. And then you saw me take the silver on the small ones and just kind of dab it a little bit. But there they are, guys. If you've enjoyed these ornaments for day 1 with our 12 days of Christmas, hit like, subscribe, comment, leave me an angel emoji, hit that hype. Go see all of our beautiful ladies, including Miss Brenda and Miss Jackie. Their channel links are in the description box, as well as the playlist link to check out everybody's Christmas inspiration for ornaments. I love you guys. I hope to see you tomorrow, if not a couple days. I love y'all.